So I wasn't going to do this today because it's well into the 90s, but you know what? Maybe we will. I got a new exhaust for this car today, and I'm really curious about it because right now we got a single exhaust. It's a performance exhaust. I'm not sure who it's by, but it's a single exhaust, and well, I just like duals. So even if I lose a little bit of power, which I don't think I will, I think we're going to go to the stainless steel MPX dual exhaust on this. So let's do that. Let's jump into it. 100 degrees, who cares? Let's do it. Okay, here we go. This is, well, the back section of the MPX exhaust. So are you running the factory section of the exhaust from the cat back? Everything in the downpipe is all factory. But we have this MPX system that's going to slip on, and as you can see, this thing is going to be a little more free-flowing than the other style dual exhaust that kind of tees off. So we have some joints that go together here. Beautiful stainless steel with amazing welds. Very happy with the welding on it. But let's just hope that it bolts up the way it's supposed to. I have heard one person say that this part here does not fit over the factory pipe, but I do have a pipe flanger if we need to do that. But we're going to get under my 2013 Fiat Abarth, and we are going to bolt this thing up, and hopefully it gives us a nice tone and well, a little more performance. Right now I have a single exhaust on it. It is a single outlet exhaust. Well, it is a performance exhaust. It just doesn't sound equal in the back. It sounds better for the driver than it does the passenger, and there's just a little bit of that stereophonic noise missing. So hopefully this takes care of that. Let's check it out. Okay, so we got some rusty bolts under here. You can see this exhaust is ain't that great under here. Let's get these bolts off. Man, that clamp is horrible. I'm going to spray some penetrating oil on it, and hopefully we can get this thing off. The old single pipe is off. I just had to cut the clamp real quick. Slid right off. So if we do have to open it up a little bit, we do have the pipe expander, which will be really easy to do. Put a clamp on it. Pull all this up. Hopefully this all goes right. I want to show you guys my work, but I'm not set up with a tripod right now underneath. But you know, I'm doing this in real time, and so far I got this off in less than 10 minutes, and that's including jacking up the car. So, well, let's get this on. The guy on YouTube that did the video was correct about it not coming with 4 bolts. We need 4 to attach our flanges. They come with 2, and that one's for the other side. It did come with 2 gaskets, but not 2 bolts. And the pipe does not fit, so we do have to expand it. I attempted to expand it, and it actually broke my expander, so we're gonna have to get another one. We gotta expand this bottom part out here. Got this to slip over, but we gotta go up into here to make it fit properly and have even pipes. Everything else is going decently, so I'm gonna have to take a quick trip to the hardware store and get everything that I need, and I'll be back and we'll throw this thing on. But I mean, the quality's nice. It's just missing a couple components, and as you see, I expanded that out to do that, but I need to expand. You got to expand it in sections, and now I got to get down there and expand that. Okay, so in the process of expanding that pipe, I literally broke my pipe expander in multiple places, so I just went and got another one, and hopefully this is a little stronger. Should be for stainless steel. There it is, and I bought a couple more flange bolts for the flanges. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we got the pipe on and we've expanded it. So as you can see, these pipes are really level, right? So what I've done, a little trick that my papa taught me a long time ago, and you see when that needs to go up on there, and it wasn't slipping in. So what I did, this is such a light car, is I jacked this up by the exhaust right on that joint and let it push itself right up in there. So now when I let this down, everything's going to be perfectly uniform as long as I tighten this up just like it is. It should come down uniform. So we'll tighten it, drop it, and get our clamp on. Okay, clamps on. Gaps are pretty good. We're going to let this down and see what we got and do any fine adjustments that we need to do now. So the car is off the jack, and as you can see, we are nice and even on each side. So now I just tighten those flanges up and we're good to rock and roll. Job done. Easy, quick, with the exception of a broken pipe expander. And by the way, the new one broke also. So we took that back, but I did get it expanded enough to go on. Now let's listen to this thing. That's the sound of a new MPX exhaust system on a cold start from inside the car. I think I like it. I know I like it. Let's go talk about this Fiat 500 Abarth and why it makes me so bloody excited. Hey guys, welcome to Revved Up with Mike. It is good to see you here again. And make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe this video. If you've been following the channel a little bit, you'll know that, well, I've been doing a lot of mods to this 2013 Fiat Abarth 500. And it's a fun car. Done a lot of mods. This thing's tight, right, and ready to fight now. But it wasn't always that way. This car was in a flood many years ago. And, well, I didn't know it until I got it. But I decided to go through the entire car and make it amazing again. Because the body's really nice. I mean, it's a nice car. It had a nice interior. I pulled the driver's seat out, and that thing weighed well over 60 pounds. What a heavy driver's seat. Now, I was expecting 50-pound range. I put that thing on the scale, and it tipped out at 62 pounds. Wow, right? So I put this 17-pound, that's right, 17-pound Jegs racing seat in it, high back, fiberglass bucket racing seat. Nice and light, solid mounted for my height, and with a Sparco 600 base, and this thing holds me in place so well. I mean, so well. And then I went ahead and added a nice 5-point harness. And I'm going to tell you what, that 5-point harness really holds me in place. As you see, I don't have it tight right now. I got it pretty loose. I'm on the street, comfort, you want to move around. But when the business gets serious and the serious gets down to business, you simply pull these, you're stuck right in, you're strapped right in, just like you're in an amusement park ride. This is a quick cam lock release too. So it's really cool. I'm going to leave links to all this stuff in the description below, but we're here to talk about this exhaust system. It's the MPX exhaust. It's $399, but wait, it's not a full exhaust. However, it's very free-flowing. It goes over the axle and bolts to your stock exhaust. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have an exhaust running to that and use this on the end. Of course you can. As a matter of fact, MPX really sells these, I believe, to fit different models of Abarths, probably from other countries, because, well, I had to expand the pipe on the end to fit it over my factory mid pipe. Not a big deal, but be prepared to do it. Don't go into it if you buy one thinking it's going to fit right on. slide up in, and what I did is I placed a jack. I placed a spacer under the top half of the new exhaust to go up against the bottom of the floor, because we want this exhaust tight. And then I placed a jack underneath the exhaust, the mid-pipe, and jacked it up in and to get it to the right position where it needed to slide. And then I looked at my tailpipes where everything was mounted, and it was perfection on each side. Sheer perfection. I tightened up all the bolts, took the jack out, and we have a perfectly set exhaust system. Oh, it doesn't sound nice. It doesn't handle good. So this is it's all stainless steel, but there was a couple problems. It wasn't a big problem. It was missing 2 flange bolts for one side of the flange. It came with 2 bolts for one side of the flange because this wides out into 2 pipes. That's why it's free flowing. This car used to have a single exhaust on it, high performance single exhaust. It was a bigger exhaust that slipped over my factory mid pipe, but it was just a bigger pipe, and it did sound good, well, on one side, but now we have it, well, bellowing out on both sides, and that's really cool, and it looks so much better. The other one was just tired, and it just didn't have the sex appeal that this one has. Fiat Abarth. What an amazing car. I've got this thing. Now, when I got this car, supposedly had a tune in it already. I don't doubt it one bit because, well, it moves. And I'm going to tell you what, this exhaust woke it up more than that single exhaust, which is kind of weird because I thought that would flow a little bit better being a straight shot. But it doesn't. It actually woke this thing up. And I did a launch not dumping the clutch. I'm going to put that here in a second so you can see. And what I do is I use my Insta360 camera, runs off a GPS, gives you a real speed, okay? So with GPS, and well, you can't really go wrong with GPS, right? And I did a side of the road, and I did a 0 to 60 pull, and it was about 5 seconds. That's not dumping the clutch, and that's not building boost from the get-go. That's just going and shifting through the gears, not speed shifting, nothing. 5 seconds. That's pretty good, and I'm going to say that's up there with some of the best Abarths. Now, aftermarket mods, what's done, right? Well, I did a cold air system, a road race cold air system on this car. Like I said, I did the Alfa Romeo 4C coils. I did new plugs, of course, a good tune-up running AMS oil, of course. The gearbox has been lubed. All that stuff has been taken care of mechanically. I still haven't done a timing belt on this thing, which we're going to do soon. But I've done this stuff. It's got brand new tires, brand new brakes. Like I said, I've been through the entire car. I got thousands into the car now that I wish I didn't have to do, but I started doing them, and now I just can't stop doing it because the car's so fun to drive. We have a Ferrari Challenge, Medina Challenge road race steering wheel in this car with a mobile quick release and an NRG hub. That's right. Now, if I wasn't going down the road, I'd pull it off for you. But trust me, it's a quick release. And it's a fantastic, it's Alcantara. It's a fantastic feeling steering wheel. It's a bit smaller, but it really helps you get into this car nicely without hitting your knees because it's cut off on the bottom. And something I didn't know about Ferrari steering wheels is, well, they actually have a purpose for their design. When you're steering this car, your hands are in such a comfortable, well-put position. And when you're turning this car, where your hands tend to grab, there's focus points for your thumb to fit in and your other hand to crank the wheel. It is an amazing, it's very well thought out. I see why stuff like that is engineered so well. I mean, it's so cool. And lightweight. We got rid of the factory steering wheel and all of the steering wheel controls. I know some of you boo, yes, I need my cruise control, I need my radio controls. I don't need that because we're going race car with this thing. And that's what we're doing. We're lightening it up. I got a lot of the interior parts tore out of the back already. Just an interior little shit that's in the back. Some side panels and some, things like that, of that nature. And the floor mats, the heavy floor mats. I've pulled out 40 pounds out of this car already without trying.
Well, plus the race seat, right? We got the race seat, and we've lost a ton of weight in this car. And I'm telling you what, everything you do to this car as far as weight goes, you feel it in the seat of your pants. It's just how it is with a Fiat Abarth. And you guys have them. You already know that. That was fun. Just some brisk driving. So a lot of people add weight, and here I'm taking away weight. So I wasn't going to buy another seat for the passenger side, but I'm going to have to because, well, I got to get rid. What do we got over here? We got another 62 pounds to get rid of when we can put in another 17-pound seat. Now, if you use sliders, you're going to be over that. So realistically, these are around 20 pounds with the brackets. But you add the sliders and you keep going up and up and up, and pretty soon you're up 23, 24 pounds. I didn't use sliders. These seats are mounted. This one will be mounted also. They're going to be mounted right to the car. Better road feel. You can tell what the car's doing, and it's amazing. And now listen. Now we're not in sport mode or nothing. We're just cruising, hammering on it, but it sounds so good. And I don't know if you can hear that nice whoosh. Well, it's got a Magneti 500 blow-off valve on it. At least it was purchased through Magneti 500. And it sounds fantastic. Does it make power? Probably not. Probably robs power. But I'm telling you what, I'm not going to change a thing because it sounds so damn good. And when the ambient temperatures start dropping outside, like now it's getting a little cooler. We were in the 90s today, and now it's dropping to around 72 degrees. And this thing starts really waking up. The turbo loves it. We got factory intercoolers on this thing still. Yeah, we're going to do an aftermarket. I don't know which ones I want. I'd love to get sponsored for an aftermarket intercooler. If you guys out there have somebody that you recommend for an aftermarket intercooler, everybody says they're the best. I'd like to see them put the best forward. This car is going to be a test bed, and whatever works, works. So it's really cool. I would love a company to get in contact and let me know what you got. What's going to wake this car up more? I'm going to tell you what. A bigger turbo would be nice. Not too big, but maybe an upgrade. But I want to keep the car reliable. I don't want it breaking, which is why we got to do a timing belt service on it really, really soon, right? We have to. It's just par for course. Now, one thing I can say is the half shafts, the axles up front, they're nice. They're perfect. The boots are good. Everything's good. I got no shakes. I got no shimmies. This car is tight, right? Ready to fight, cock locked, and ready to rock. And that's freaking awesome. Because it wasn't. It was a pile when I got it. It needed a lot of stuff. The guy lied to me, and it needed a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot. It needed brakes. It needed suspension work. It needed everything. Well, the car sat for a long time, and it was in a freaking flood. Now, it wasn't a deep flood, obvious. It's got brand new sealed wheel bearings in the back and front. Been through this entire car. I did window regulators. I have done door locks. I have done door handles. Everything, trim pieces. But the car itself has low miles. I put a ton of miles on this car since I got it. And the thing takes a licking and keeps on ticking. The motor is probably one of the quietest Fiat Abarth motors that I have heard. Every one that I hear online it sounds like a ticking time bomb. But they're still running, they're still going good, but this thing sounds so smooth. And if we do start to get a little bit of valve train noise, well, that's going to be an indication that we need to change our oil. And AMS oil is the only motor oil that I will run in this car. But how about that exhaust system, right? So let's keep this right now. Let's keep it out of sport mode and just drive this car around. Okay. Sounds so good. And the turbo spools up very nice. Now, the boost on this thing jumps from 6 to 12 to 18 pounds in a blink of an eye without even trying. I think the boost gauges are happy on these because, man, this thing boosts almost into the red. It doesn't fluctuate, it holds it. So I'm guessing there is, well, the ECU is a little happy with putting out the boost signal, at least of what it's receiving. Now, speaking of that, we do have an airbag light on, and that's because of the seat. I just got to put a 2.2 ohm resistor in the plug below the seat. I've already done it in the steering wheel, and it worked fine. It came with an NGR kit. Link in the description below. For the steering wheel, I just got to buy another one, and you know, it's really funny because those resistors cost, for good ones, cost almost more than my entire NRG hub cost. So what I'm going to do is buy another NRG hub adapter and take the resistor out of it. That way I got 2 NRG hub adapters. I'd rather pay $10 more and have that hub adapter. An extra hub adapter for another vehicle or what have you. And do this, and I'm probably going to, because it's so fun, probably going to experiment with steering wheels since they're quick release and see what one fits the best. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm really happy with the steering wheel. No joke. And I'm really happy with these 5-point harnesses, believe it or not, that I got off of Amazon. They're heavy duty, 3-inch, 2 to 3. Cam lock works like freaking butter, and they feel really comfortable, which is really cool. And also, if you notice in the back here, guys, in the back, we have a proper harness bar. That's right, proper. Not mounted way in the back by the window like I see people doing. I don't understand it. I don't need a cargo net bar because that's about all it's good for. But I have a proper racing harness bar in the back for like light track days. And it's a universal fit bar. Now, before you rush out and buy one, listen to what I'm about to tell you because you're going to screw up if you don't. Most of the bars you see are 49-inch universal bars. This is not a 49-inch universal bar. This is a 48-inch universal bar. I'll leave a link to this in the description below for the bar. 49 will not work. It's just too big. This bar works, and I have a video out about it. I will link it here, someplace up here, and I'll link it at the end of the video also, about installing this bar and how to go about doing it so you don't have to make any mistakes. And you can see the easy. You're going to require a couple steel spacers. You're going to turn your brackets backwards, and you're still going to have enough window between the bar and the back windows, enough room between the bar and the back windows to slip your hands in. So it's really cool. Now you can run though that bar if you don't want to have nothing to put on it right now. If you're doing upgrades slowly, you can do it and run your factory seatbelts to it if you want to. Matter of fact, factory seatbelts on the passenger side still retain the factory seatbelt for the passenger. However, if you're using a racing harness, it is a must. It's definitely a must. And it is not expensive, guys. It's around $100, so it's not really expensive. Comes with most of the hardware that you need to install it. It's a universal bar, but there is some slight modification required, and I mean slight. But however, you're going to have to kind of know what you're doing if you're not used to working with, you know, grinders and things like that. Don't let that scare you. When I say a grinder, I'm talking about we're removing just a touch of a lip on the inside B pillar. A touch of a lip, and it's like that. It's so small. It's not. But I wanted to guinea pig for you guys to see if it would work because I haven't seen it done. I've seen years ago. I've seen bars that were built bolt right in, made for these. You can't find them anymore. At least you can't here. So I tried the universal, and it works. So let's again, link will be at the end. So that's really cool.